1940년대 후반 2차 세계대전이 막바지로 치닫고 있던 런던.
You want to drown, Henry?
How nice to see you, Bendrix. How long has it been? A year?
June 1944. How's Sarah?
Oh, she's out and about somewhere.
She at the cinema?
아내에 대해 너무나 잘 알고 있는 남자.
Is something wrong? Let me take you home, Henry.
그는 모리스라는 소설가로 과거 아내의 내연남이기도 했죠.
Sarah? She's out.
지금은 두 사람이 헤어진 상태이지만 남편 헨리는 이런 지난 일들을 짐작조차 하지 못합니다.
So what's troubling you, Henry?
Sarah?
Well, you know you can trust me, Henry.
No. I went so far as to get the name of a private detective.
You think she's seeing someone?
Of course you think me a fool.
No, Henry. Sarah's human.
헨리는 꼬깃꼬깃한 탐정사무소의 명함을 꺼내는데요.
Burn it.
I wish I could.
Well, then go and see. What's his name? Savage?
And sit where all the other jealous husbands sit.
그때 모리스가
Why not let me go, Henry?
You?
Yes. I could pretend to be a jealous lover. Jealous lovers are less ridiculous than jealous husbands.
Oh, this is ridiculous. One can't spy on one's wife through a friend and have the friend pretend to be her lover.
그때
That was the door. Sarah's come in.
It's the maid. She's been to the pictures.
No, it was Sarah's step.
Sarah, darling.
Henry.
2년 만에 재회하는 모리스와 사라.
It's a filthy night.
You're wet through, Sarah. One day you'll catch your death of cold. Good night.
모리스는 무작정 헨리가 알려준 탐정사무소를 찾아갑니다.
Mr. Bendrix, I assume we're discussing Mrs. Bendrix.
Not exactly. She's the wife of a friend of mine.
Perhaps you and the lady are intimate?
I've only seen her once since 1944.
I don't understand. You said this was a watching case.
Can't one love or hate as long as that?
사라에 대한 미련이 남아있던 헨리는 그녀가 지금 만나는 남자가 누구인지 너무나 궁금했죠.
Well, I've come on behalf of the husband. He thinks she's deceiving him. She has secrets.
Ah, secrets. In my experience, Mr. Bendrix, there almost invariably is. Shall my man report to you or the husband?
To me. He must know nothing about it.
Ah. Most interesting case.
탐정사무소를 나와 집으로 돌아온 모리스는 2년 만에 사라의 전화를 받게 되고
Hello? You want to meet? Well, whatever for?
그렇게 두 사람은 호텔에서 만나 예전 함께 가던 식당으로 자리를 옮기죠.
I wanted to ask you. I know you're very busy. Whether you could look him up occasionally. I think he's lonely.
With you?
You know he's never really noticed me. Not for years.
그동안 참아왔던 질문을 던지는 모리스.
What reason did you give me?
None.
Joking. Yeah, we had a good time together. We're adults and we knew it had to end sometime. And now we can lunch and talk about Henry. That cough needs attending to.
It's only a cough. Goodbye, Morris.
Bye.
그날 오후 탐정사무소에서 모리스를 찾아오죠.
Have we met somewhere before, sir?
I don't think so.
On the day in question, the party in question went by tube to Piccadilly and proceeded to the Park Lane Hotel. She seemed quite agitated, and at one point, although I cannot be certain of this, held hands along the bar.
They held hands?
Yes, sir. The gentleman pushed the lady's glass towards her, and the hand sort of stayed there for some time. Which generally indicates a squeeze of that nature.
이후 그는 식당에서 나온 사라의 뒤를 밟았는데요.
Labouring, well, it seemed to me, and the great emotion, where she turned into a church for what I can only presume was a good cry. And from the angle of her face, I could tell tears were an issue. Forgive the personal touch.
Of course, as did I, but you were wrong about the hands, Mr. Parkes.
The hands, sir?
We never so much as touched hands.
Oh dear.
과거 2차 세계대전에 아문이 감돌던 1939년
Mr. Miles is upstairs.
모리스는 새 소설의 소재를 찾기 위해 정부 고위 관료인 헨리를 만나게 되죠.
Sarah, this is our neighbor, the novelist chap.
What on earth is a novelist doing here?
Research
On what?
on your husband. I'm trying to write a character who works for the Ministry of Pensions. I need to find out his habits, what he drinks before bedtime.
Would you be so kind as to excuse your character?
The ministry needs him.
Unfortunately, it does.
바쁜 헨리를 대신해 그의 아내 사라와 이야기를 나누는데
My husband is fiction.
No, I'm saying he could be in the right hands.
Oh dear, this is alarming. Can we get away from the service for a moment?
You mean change the subject?
I'm in fresh air, actually.
모리스는 처음 만난 사라에게 거부할 수 없는 끌림을 느끼게 되고 그것은 사라 역시 마찬가지였죠.
We were discussing the house, darling.
Let me fill that for you.
It's a lovely house.
My wife found it.
Your wife is charming.
They've made a picture of one of your books, haven't they?
Yes, it's playing at the Rialto. I'll take you both.
Far too busy for the pictures, Bendrix, I'm afraid.
Should I make a note of that?
Yes, make sure your character never gets home before 10.
Come out, Henry, for once.
You know I can't, darling. But you go.
No, I...
Take her, Bendrix. Sarah.
그렇게 사라와 단둘이 영화를 보게 된 모리스.
It's not what I wrote.
You can't keep saying that.
It's true.
이후에도 비밀스러운 시간은 계속되죠.
Where he offered her onions with her meal. She refused because her husband didn't like the smell. And he got angry.
And why did he get angry?
He didn't want to think of her going home to him.
I'm in love, you know.
Me too.
모리스와 사라는 아무도 없는 집에서 미래를 나누게 됩니다. 그런데 그때
Sarah, you've been eating onions.
Sorry, darling.
So, Bendrix, how was the picture? Up to scratch?
이후에도 두 사람의 위험한 만남은 지속되고
Tell me again.
I love you. And I always will.
누구보다 행복한 시간을 함께 보내게 되죠.
Where did you kill it?
Spain. That was my war, I'm afraid.
I wondered about the limb. Could I grow to love it?
And have you?
I've never ever loved anyone as much as you.
그러나 사라를 독점하고 싶은 욕망에 헨리에 대한 질투가 커지며 점점 더 그녀에게 집착하게 되고
I don't mind anything you do that makes you happy.
If I slept with someone else,
It's neither here nor there. I want you to be happy, that's all.
maybe you'd want an excuse to do the same.
I never would.
But you do.
He has you.
I don't.
We inhabit the same house, that's all. You know that. I'm the shadow he walks around. We should have done to shelter.
Yes, Sarah, if a bomb hit us now, think of what wouldn't happen.
What wouldn't happen?
You wouldn't leave a 9 walk back across the square to Henry. I would never imagine another lover.
그렇게 사랑을 나누던 두 사람의 머리 위로
It's closed, Morris.
I'll go and check.
Let me go with you.
I'll be 1 second.
잠시 밖을 살펴보던 그때
There's nobody there. It's clear.
폭격의 충격과 함께 모리스는 계단 아래로 떨어져 버리고 맙니다.
I never heard the bang. I woke after 5 minutes or 5 seconds to a changed world.
다시 침실로 올라온 모리스의 눈에 기도하는 사라가 보이는데
You're alive?
그녀는 모리스가 살아 돌아온 것에 기뻐하긴커녕 무슨 이유에선지 서둘러 집으로 돌아가려고 하죠.
Please don't.
Love doesn't end just because we don't see each other.
그렇게 영문도 모른 채 이별한 뒤 한참의 시간이 흐르고 현재 모리스는 탐정 사무소를 통해 그녀의 뒷조사를 하고 있죠. 탐정의 어린 아들 랜스는 사라의 방에서 그녀의 메모장을 입수하는데 그때 낯선 남자와 함께 침실로 들어가는 사라.
He observed a party in question, then in a state of partial undress, with an unidentified male.
Where?
In the bedroom, sir. The male party then closed the door and my boy made his exit.
이후 랜스는 그녀의 뒤를 미행했고
Mr. Smythe owns the premises, sir. Exhibit B. My boy took that. And the party in question emerged 2 hours later. Passage of time being amply sufficient for intimacy to have taken place. The courts generally demand at least an hour, sir. Luckily, sir, the party in question mistook him for an abandoned urchin. Woke him up and led him to the nearest tube station, so the time of re-emergence is definitely established. As was an acquaintance, which may have its uses in the future for all we know, sir.
모든 이야기를 전달받은 모리스는 참지 못하고 직접 남자의 집을 방문하죠.
Excuse me, but does the Dr. Wilson live here?
No, I'm afraid he doesn't.
Oh dear. See, I was given this address, and my boy's quite ill. I've travelled all this. Oh dear. You all right?
You better come in.
Would you mind? I'm so
Yes.
sorry. Thank you. I think he needs to sit down, perhaps.
랜스를 이용해 집 안으로 들어가는 모리스.
It's very kind.
때마침 남자가 들어오고 남자는 단번에 랜스를 알아봅니다.
What was the real purpose of your visit?
이 남자의 정체는 신부였죠.
I told you, a doctor.
People sometimes come to me and can't explain why.
모리스를 예전부터 알고 있던 신부.
Aren't you bound by vows of chastity?
Oh, my dear.
Go, please.
그렇게 발걸음을 돌리는데
Henry! Still in the rain?
우연히 길에서 만난 헨리에게 그는 모든 사실을 털어놓고
Did you ever consult that private detective?
I hoped you'd forgotten that.
Well, don't worry, Henry. I did it for you.
You had absolutely no right.
I'm paying all the charges.
It's infernal cheek.
Here's the report, Henry. His name is Smythe with a Y.
헨리는 그것들을 불 속으로 내던지고 급히 자리를 떠나죠.
I had pitied myself for so long, it was odd to pity him. I'm sorry, Henry.
헨리는 자신을 다시 찾아온 모리스에게
Were you two lovers, Hendricks? It's the only explanation. The only excuse, too. Why didn't she leave me?
Because you're a habit she's formed. You're her security.
Why did she leave you?
I became a bore, like you. But I wasn't born one. You created me. She wouldn't leave you, so I bored her with my jealousy.
한편 파크는
Hello?
정보 수집을 위해 사라의 집에 온 것이었죠.
And Mrs. Mars thought I was one of his friends from the ministry. And Mr. Mars thought I was one of her friends. But Mrs. Mars looked a bit out of sorts. I refer to this as Exhibit D.
그녀의 일기장엔 모리스에 관한 이야기가 빼곡히 적혀 있었고
Sometimes I get tired of trying to convince him that I love him and shall love him forever. He pounces on my words like a barrister and twists them.
도빌군에 포탄이 떨어진다.
Oh God, don't take him. But you had.
Please, bring him back. Let him live. I don't believe in you, but please, let him live.
신께 간절히 기도하는 사라.
Only please let him be alive. Let him live. And I promise I'll never see him again.
그런데
Sarah.
Oh my God.
그날의 진실을 모두 알게 된 모리스.
But if he was alive, now I was dead.
What were you doing on the floor?
Praying. How could I explain to him what made no sense to me? You didn't move. I knew for certain you were dead.
Well, there wasn't much to pray for then, was there?
A miracle.
And we don't believe in those.
And I knew that nothing in this world would make sense to me again.
Sorry to disappoint you, Sarah.
Love doesn't end. Just because we don't see each other.
그렇게 그녀는 그의 곁을 떠났습니다.
I had tempted fate, and fate had accepted. So I was in the desert now. A desert without him. Started a tour with Henry. Civil defense in southern England. I walked his walks. Tried to think where he'd be. I told him it all. And whoever heard my promise must have heard it too. And must have known it already. Since God knows everything.
그리고 우연히 그날 모리스와 마주친 것이었죠.
Henry? You? Knew I would meet him on the stairs. Knew he would hate me.
사라는 그를 향한 그리움에 전화를 걸었고
Why did you want to meet?
I wanted to tell you I'd been dead for the last 2 years. I can't be without you any longer.
What reason did you give me?
None. In the old days, he would have followed. We would have made up. Or made love.
외로움의 성당을 찾은 사라는 신을 원망하죠.
Dear God, I'm tired. I'm tired of being without him. And it's all because of you. Dr. Gilbert's appointment. I'd almost forgotten. He asked me how I felt. I said I felt nothing. There was a stone where my heart should be.
이후 신부를 찾아간 사라.
I'm asking Henry for a divorce.
Better than any person I know.
You're wrong, Father. And you don't know me.
그리고 그날 길바닥에서 자고 있는 랜스를 발견한 것이었죠.
With a birthmark covering his face. And wondered what kind of God would give a child that.
Are you lost? You'll be all right now. Yes, Mom.
I kissed his cheek and wished I could wash it away. And suddenly I felt happy again. I could free myself of this.
사라의 일기를 모두 읽은 모리스는 길을 뚫고 그녀를 찾아갑니다.
Why didn't you tell me?
I tried. Each time I tried, something would happen. Little things. God is in the details, Morris.
You can't believe that.
Do you believe in things you can't see?
You mean him?
I mean you. You see, I never stopped loving you, even though I couldn't see you. I've only made 2 promises in my life. One was to marry Henry. The other to stop seeing you. And I'm too weak to keep either.
결국 서로를 갈구하던 두 사람은
I know. So, have we broken the spell? The world didn't end, did it?
It did, in a way. But then it always did.
아내를 찾으러 온 헨리.
It's Henry.
Don't answer it.
Well, why not? I'll have to tell him sometime.
Come away with me.
Where?
Anywhere. Brighton.
그렇게 헨리를 피해 두 사람은 기차 여행을 떠나고
I want children in there.
How many?
We'll start with 1.
Only one.
그런데 이 모습을 파크가 지켜보고 있죠. 하지만 이를 눈치챈 모리스는 그는 헨리에게 고용되어 이들의 뒤를 밟은 것이었는데요. 둘의 이별을 원했던 모리스는 불륜을 입증해줄 증거물과 함께 사진까지 찍혀주죠.
So, you'll marry me. That's the promise.
그러던 어느 날 헨리가 이들을 찾아오고
I had to find out where she was.
So, you know, she wants a divorce.
That won't be possible, old man.
You'll contest it?
No, but it would take at least 3 months.
Well, what's 3 months, Henry? Out of a lifetime.
Half.
그는 사라가 불치병에 걸렸다는 사실을 전해오죠.
Sarah's dying, Bendrix. Her doctor called the night she didn't come back. With the result of some tests. I knocked on your door. I imagined you were both there.
다시 런던으로 돌아가는 길.
You should never have been jealous of me, Bendrix. I did Sarah a great disservice when I married her. I realize that now.
헨리는 뜻밖의 제안을 하는데요.
If you don't mind me asking, I'd like you there when the time comes.
Well, it may not come, Henry.
You of all people don't believe in miracles, Bendrix.
No, but Sarah does.
You could be there, working in the daytime while I'm at the ministry, and at night we could both.
그렇게 모리스는 헨리의 집으로 들어가게 되고
You know what happened that day?
Something happened in that room. There were the same walls around me. The same sunlight coming in through the window. I never loved anyone as I loved you. And when you came through that door with blood on your face, another kind of love came with you. I fell into belief like I'd fallen into love, and I tried to fight it. But I haven't any fight left.
낮에는 모리스, 밤에는 헨리가 그녀의 곁을 지키죠.
So, you're taking her. But you haven't got me yet. I wanted Sarah for a lifetime. And you're taking her from me. So I hate you.
얼마의 시간이 지나 그녀는 세상을 떠납니다. 사라의 장례를 치르고 나오는 길, 그곳에선 파크가 모리스를 기다리고 있었는데요. 그는 모리스에게 보고하지 않은 한 가지 이야기를 해주죠.
On the day of her assignation, she walked into a tube. She thought he was lost, gave him a coin and kissed him on his cheek. On his afflicted cheek, sir. And over the weeks that followed, his affliction gradually went away. I tried to keep him rational, but he swears it was because of her.